Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Power Up with Pride 2023. I am your host for the next two games, SushiKishi. I am super duper excited. I get to host for some amazing RPGs run by some wonderful friends. And we're starting off with Live Alive, the Nintendo Switch remake version, here with SushiKishi. Please tell us a little bit about this game.
All right, so what we're going to be playing on the Nintendo Switch remake of this game today. It is a remake of a game that was originally released on the Super Famicom only in Japan. And I want to say it was just within a couple of weeks of a slightly lesser known RPG called Final Fantasy VI, which means it just kind of got lost in the shuffle because these are two very, very good RPGs released one right after the other, and Final Fantasy VI sold very, very well. And I was so surprised. I was shocked when this popped up on a Nintendo Direct. It was getting a remake. I was so excited because I just because of the way that it sold, I never thought I was going to get a remake.
Same.
But the presentation of this game is really something unique. When the game originally came out, they brought in a different manga artist to handle each chapter. So each chapter has its own unique setting. It looks, different from each other, but it all does come together at the end. And I know there was a poll for which chapters chapters will be doing.
Yes, I'm double checking. And all right, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to close out that bid war. So the winning chapters in that case will be, we got the hard metal Hadoken combo. So that will be the present day chapter with Masaru, and then the giant mecha robot anime chapter with Akira. And that just gives you a little idea, chat, of exactly the breadth of stories that are here in Live Alive.
Do you prefer sub or dub for this?
I actually listened to it in English, so we tend to go English for this marathon just for accessibility purposes.
Sounds good.
And we are joined by, I would give a big shout out to a raid from High Spirits and Friends. You all are here right on time. We are just starting this Live Alive showcase.
Yes, if this is the first game that Yoko Shimomura composed after transferring, I think, from Capcom to Squaresoft. And the chapter we're actually going to be opening up with today is, where'd he go? There he is. This present day chapter, and as you'll see very, very soon, it's a parody of Street Fighter, which is the game she had just composed before coming over here. So that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, they're like, can you do some Street Fighter music? I think Yoko Shimomura can do some Street Fighter music.
So I'm ready to get started whenever you're ready to get started on the timer.
All right, I'll call it out for our wonderful restreamer. Time will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Go. All right. One of the nice things about the remake, strictly for speedrunning purposes, is on this nice handy R2 trigger button here. I've got to skip cutscene, but I'm sorry, ZR. We're playing on Nintendo Switch, so it's the ZR button. Yeah, we're gonna go with the default name because there wasn't a poll for the names, but that's okay. This chapter is, as I said, it's a parody of Street Fighter, and it's also kind of a Mega Man-ish crossover, or maybe Blue Magic, depending on which series you like to reference here. First, go ahead.
Oh no, I love Masaru's whole gimmick. It's such a cool idea, and this whole concept of basically how do you turn like a fighting game into an RPG. But feel free to explain Live Alive's very unique battle system.
So we're on a grid here, and if you really, really want to maximize, or I guess minimize your time in this speed run, you've got to learn how to manipulate the boss AI. It really does play it a lot more like a tactical RPG, like Final Fantasy Tactics, where you're used to like big groups of units and you have all of your classes and all your characters against the other army. But it really comes down to more, you might have for most of the game. If you have 3 people in your party, that's a lot in this game. So it's really just you against the one opponent, or maybe the one, big boss and some of its friends, trying to manipulate their behavior into doing what you want, or avoiding their bigger attacks, or getting them to charge up a big attack and then getting out of the way. But what works like blue magic in this is I'm actually waiting here to get, oh, come on. Smack with this Frankensteiner, because I need this Frankensteiner. So if I get hit with it, I've learned this Frankensteiner now. So I'm going to come up here and try and get a back attack. What's nice about this particular boss, that are kind of like Mega Man, is my opponent here is weak to Seishi Moribe's Fleetfoot attack, which is already a pretty strong attack. You notice how the sprite flipped around there? One of the effects of Fleetfoot is I can make the enemy kind of turn around. So if it has an ability to only hit, say, its front arc, well, now its front arc is facing a different direction. So I manipulate the behavior in that way. But also just the way that, I guess ATB is the best word for it. I'm not sure what it calls in this game, but just the way that turn order and speed work in this game. If you make a boss have to do so much as turn around, they're basically going to give you a free turn for doing it. So if you can keep flipping them around with an ability and just keep flipping them and keep them in the washing machine spin cycle that way, you can get a lot of turns off in a row and do a ton of damage.
Okay. Spin cycle.
Fool up.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because now I've learned arm lock. That's great. That's because I got hit. Oh wait, but Fleetfoot is a good attack. So I've still got Fleetfoot, but I can't use what I wanted to use here because my foot-based abilities have been disabled. I'm also kind of stuck on the square because I can't move because my feet have been disabled. So as soon as that debuff wears off, I can move over and deal a little bit more damage. But you can see I keep flipping the safe square over to me. And I can slide over. I wanted a little bit more movement. That's okay.
Oh no, we got locked again.
Yeah. It'll be all right. We're just got a smaller damage roll to work with here.
Now it's everyone has 2 moves except for I can never remember the name of the Hawaiian sumo wrestler. He has 3, right?
Yes, Jackie Ayokea has 2 moves, or 3 moves that we can learn. I'm gonna back up even more here.
Do we bother learning his 3rd move in the speed run, or do we just
bother learning any of his moves?
Oh wow, okay.
We'll end up learning, if we need any of the moves, we'll have a chance to learn them later, but I don't need them in this chapter.
That's true. Like this, so it's a single chat. Yeah, we're only doing like the chapters. We don't really need to do learn all the moves, so long as you have enough to finish out the chapter.
Right. Yeah, this is what I've been trying to hit him with. There's this Frankensteiner. Ooh, there we go. See, that's the number I've been playing with all the game long, but that's all right. Just getting through that, I'll take anything that gets me through that fight. What is his name? That's Tulahan. I think that was Tulahan, is a submission fighter.
Right.
So if you get close to him, you have to get close to him, but if you get close to him, he's going to grapple you and just keep you locked down. So that fight can go very poorly, very, very quickly.
Yay,
So
it's not.
Took a little bit longer. I'll take that.
It's legally distinct Hulk Hogan.
Yes, legally distinct. Now we're gonna see how many Max Bombers we see, because here's one. I'm gonna learn it, and I think Max Bomber is also a counterattack, which means now that I'm this close, I can counter with Max Bomber. The problem is I don't need Max Bomber. I need the other ability. I need not Max Bomber. I better get some damage down there while we're chipping away at each other. But I can't leave this fight without the German suplex. So we're gonna get an interesting interaction here. I bet Fleetfoot's gonna flip him towards me. That's okay. Because like I said, I'm still trying to get hit here.
Also, chat making up other names for, you know, legally distinct Hulk Hogan's. Come on, this is Max Morgan, which is a pretty good, like, totally not Hulk Hogan, but also absolutely Hulk Hogan name.
Okay, you ready to do this for real?
The other thing that makes this fight not difficult but just long is the only thing Mr. Morgan's weak to is wind-based attacks, and the only wind-based attack available in the chapter is probably the lowest damage ability you can learn. So unfortunately, it's just not worth even getting the weakness, because the damage rolls just aren't going to be any good regardless. I need you to, I'm gonna hit me with Max Bomber because you're facing the other way. I'm up here and oh no, man, okay. Oh, that's good. I counterattack. That's great. Oh
yeah,
there we go. There's a German suplex. See, it does a lot of damage. Look how low my hit points are now. Where's Fleetfoot? There we go.
Jeez, had to leave us waiting the whole time.
You win.
And now we're gonna go to this Jackie Iokea fight, and they, I'm sorry, Iokea. I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong. Jackie Iokea. There's something interesting with this sprite here, and if I get him if I keep him in the spin cycle, I'm gonna see if you all in chat can catch the funny thing that happens with this sprite, and then I'll point it out at the end for anybody who might have missed it. I'll
keep my eagle eyes upon it.
What'd you just do?
Oh, I think I'm suplexing the wrong person here. I still want Fleetfoot here. That's right.
So, you doing this for real? I'm by me. I like your style.
I'm pretty sure I have the shirt somewhere in my closet, so I want to get the hat and do Jackie cosplay at some point.
I have to admit, if I was to cosplay anyone in this game, it would be Kato from the
fantastic
from the sci-fi chapter. Mainly to force myself to figure out how to build a cube, but that's like, you know, cosplayer, like, you know, pie in the sky dreams. Also, do let me know when we have time for a donation.
So, well, let me just say the one thing I want to point out for Iokea's sprite, that ukulele on his back, when the sprite flips, they just did a mirror flip, so the ukulele moves from one shoulder to the other, and so does the tape on his feet. And they kept that from the Super Nintendo version. For whatever reason, they didn't fix that sprite. But you have time for donations here, because there should be a quick fight anyway.
Sure thing. So we received $25 from Lady Aijo, who says, thanks to all the runners, organizers, and community for such a wonderful event. Hashtag trans rights are human rights. So thank you so much. By the way, if you are looking for somewhere to put your money, I will let you know you all have been so amazingly generous. We met all the incentives for Chained Echoes. We still got some stuff left though for Super Mario World. We have an option to add ice traps, and I've been telling everyone this whole event that you have to always be checking for ice physics. Just assume there's ice physics unless you're sure otherwise. So I would love to see more ice physics in Super Mario World. And just as a reminder, we do have an overall marathon incentive. If we hit $10,000 by the end of Super Lesbian Animal RPG, we're going to have a task run of Sayonara Wild Hearts, which is absolutely amazing. Yes, so it's going to be really good. Anyway, it's time. It's time for the big boy.
So this is Odie Albright. Now being, the I'm not sure what adjective to use there, but being just, a street fighter, we didn't actually kill off our opponents. We want to fight them again and, continue to have tournaments and all get better together. But Odie Albright is not nearly so merciful. So we are now fighting for the revenge of the friends that we also defeated along the way, but did not, permanently defeat them.
Yeah, we Masaru is an honorable guy. He might not be a smart guy, but he's an honorable guy.
That won't save you.
But also, as Chad is saying, yes, shout outs to Megalomania, the Live Alive's boss theme, which is one of the best boss themes like ever.
Taking each other's measure. Now the real fight begins.
Yeah, I'm not over there anymore.
Odie, check your blind spot.
Now this is a fight.
Oh no, he checked his blind spot.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll eat these Reaper Scythes all day. That diving something. I don't know what it's called. 'Cause I don't want to get hit by it anyway. Yeah, whatever that is, I don't want to get hit by that.
It's okay. We're almost there. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag.
Yeah.
Yay, we did it! We didn't get to see his cool back tattoo.
Oh no, we did. It's an awesome tattoo.
It's so good.
It's good.
I love the revived sprite work that they did for this. It is all amazing. This game is so well served by HD 2D.
And
we
that's
did it
for this chapter. It's a very short chapter because it's just to sit. There's no world map. There's no travel. You just pick your fighters and fight through the tournament, if you will.
But yes, we're on to the next chapter. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everyone in chat to get to experience this. Y'all did so good with your choice for the chapters. Though you can see there's many good choices, but this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now this chapter occurs in the near future. It's just it gets me one day soon, but not yet. Soon. But not right now, not today, maybe not tomorrow, soon.
I mean, soon is probably now. Given when this game came out, soon is probably now.
Right.
Oh, we better not be skipping the music, though.
Oh, no. I'm getting us to...
Yes!
I'm just getting us to the prologue. Oh no! If nobody had brought it, I'm glad you're here because you obviously are very excited about this game. But
yes,
even if you weren't here to promote my trigger button was just gonna stop working there all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, of course.
Totally. Oh no! I can't skip a cutscene all of a sudden. What happened?
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Oh wait. Oh, it's not yet.
No,
we
it's
have
not
to
yet.
do. I always forget like there's this little introductory sequence.
Yeah, now we're playing as Akira now, and Akira has the ability to read minds and has his psychokinetic powers. Is that really is that the right way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, psychic powers,
but not quite the same kit. And this is our friend is it Matsu? Yes.
Yeah. Though they call him a couple different names.
Yeah, he's Matsu. I think he's also Batsu, and I think that's where I keep getting confused.
It's
has this, Fist of Rage ability. It's this nice big AoE punch. Boom. That only hit one person AoE, but that's okay.
I think it's that, and Taiko calls him Kenichi, his actual name.
Yes, and then he's called Lawless. I'm seeing it. Yeah, he's called Lawless in the menus, and
he has way too many names.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, who's next?
And the one thing that can get you tripped up here, especially in the speed run, when you're losing the context of the story. Well, I'll wait. We'll talk about it after this cutscene.
Yeah, after this cutscene.
It's so good.
It's so good.
In a long forgotten place, Babylonia. The king was forced with fists of steel, and the heavens quaked to defeat and destroy the evil that now comes. Furious and righteous with the way. Hearts afraid with purpose true, call him to the fight. The king of kings, swift I can, will give him battle.
But it's so good.
It's so good that they took like an already amazing song and just bumped it up all the way that it needed to go.
I showed the names of who did the vocals, and I know they have a name, but the only thing I know them by is the Hacha Hechala guy is on the vocals there. But they brought in a lot of talent for this game, for the voice actors. I'm not somebody who's like really familiar with voice actors and can pick them out in their different roles or anything, but for people who do know those names, they brought in a lot of talent.
It's Hironobu Kagayama,
Yes.
who also did the English version, which is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, by the way.
So get everybody caught up on the speed with the story here. Our sister and I live in an orphanage, and our sister's pet turtle is unfortunately dying. So we're going to go talk to a friend of ours to see if there's something we can do for our turtley friend of our sister's. What can make this chapter difficult to speedrun, especially if you lose the context of, the dialogue with the ability to skip cutscenes, is sometimes you have to talk to people, and sometimes you have to read their mind, and sometimes you have to do both, and sometimes you have to do it in a specific order, and it can be really easy.
Oh, yeah.
Lose track of, okay, what do I need to do next? I talked to this person. Why didn't I didn't hit the Y button. It can be very easy to get yourself a little bit crisscrossed. So if you hear me just go into the microphone, it's probably because I'm trying to remember, all right, what did I skip? Because I obviously skipped something I didn't mean to.
Especially like this section with Doc Tobe, where
Yes.
it's very, very easy to get things out of order. Definitely, when I played the English fan translation of the Super Famicom version, like this was definitely like this one and the Ninja chapter were the two that like I found the hardest, just because it's so easy to miss things.
Yes.
I'm glad for the quality of life update of the radar, which is a little like
Yes.
nicer, though it's still there still is some 90s like RPG,
Yes, for
run
sure.
around that is still baked into the game.
There, give me a
So in the cutscene I just skipped, what Dr. Bay has done is put the spirit of our turtle friend into this turtle-shaped robot, which leads to him to have inspiration for another idea we're going to go investigate after a little bit of our 90s RPG running around here.
I have to admit, I do love the localization of liquefaction. Like, that's such a good word.
Yes, that's actually a good thing to point out. Is yes, we put the spirit into the robot by liquefactionizing the turtle into I think it's a yellow liquid. that is now running
C-
through the
it's-
robot veins.
What is it? CLC is the term they use in Evangelion, even though this predates Evangelion.
I haven't seen that. I gotta be honest with you, that's the first time I think I've heard it pronounced. Because I thought it was Evangelion.
Is it Evangelion or Evangelion? Evangelion.
I'm probably wrong because I haven't seen it, and I feel like it's one of the things you're supposed to have seen if you watch. But I've missed
seen it, but it's been like forever. Okay, Haruji, so Evangelion. See, we were talking during setup about what is the most cursed way to pronounce this game, because a lot of people have mentioned that they're not exactly sure if it's Live Alive, if it's Live Alive, like how do you pronounce it? It is indeed Live Alive, but we agreed that the most cursed way to pronounce it is Live Alive.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with you. So since I stepped foot into the room, the lab here, if you will, just keep this particular time marker in mind. I don't have the timer on the screen. I can't see my timer.
22:33.
All right, 22:33. So we'll see when we get done with this sequence here. Cutscene to skip here. And the long story short is Dr. Bay wants to know if we think we could use our psychic abilities to make this giant robot in the background there looming ominously, if we can make that move, because it can only be powered by psychic abilities. You can't just go and push the buttons. You have to control it with your mind. Which means, of course, we have to get into the robot. But can we, we were just there, right? We were looking right at it. We were in the basement. I don't know how you have a basement there, but we were in the basement. No, it's not that simple. Because now what we have to do is have Dr. Pei tell us the password to get into it. First, we got to go touch the pink elephant. Okay. We're going to go read the book. Okay, we're going to play I think it's a xylophone. There's this blue mask back here. We gotta go check this mask out. We're not done because you saw that big old, all those flights of stairs I had to run up and down. All right, and we're gonna go down all the way down again.
This is the trolliest thing. All the way down. Wait, can we please hear the prayer? Can you let us hear that? Thank you. I love that. I love the prayer localization so much.
See, I thought it was marimba too, but it says xylophone in the game.
Oh, Steel Titan, king robot of all robots. Praise be to your mechanicalness.
So we said our prayers to Steel Titan, Riki Dio. I'm gonna go all the way back up.
The thing is, when you do this on Super Famicom, there's not as much confirmation. I think there's more stairs, aren't there?
There are more stairs, and you don't get as much confirmation. That's correct. Like if you do something in the wrong order, you at least get some feedback in this version. You don't get that in the other one. I'll go wash my hands first. There are a lot of hand washing spots in this chapter, and a lot of poop jokes, we'll just say. And now,
yes, now we can start the music.
Now we can start the music.
Okay.
And I'm gonna skip this cutscene here because we are a little bit on, we're on the timer. But
that's okay.
Now we descend into the cockpit for the giant robot. Now, unfortunately, just to spoil the next 30 seconds here, we don't have enough psychic power to actually control the robot, but I have to try.
Okay.
Now, how do I have to try? I have to try by trying 5 different things to control here, and if I miss one, I can't advance the story.
Okay.
I got the right one, got the second one, I got all 4 on the outside. Now I gotta do the steering wheel in the middle. I think that was it. Yeah, that looked like it. Can I advance the story now? Yep, no good. All right, so we're going to get this nice skippable cutscene of us ascending. Now we're back here and we talk a little bit. Well, that's too bad. And we're just gonna leave. So everything I said since what was it, 2233 until
Yes.
now is all skippable on the Super Nintendo version of the speedrun.
Oh my god, that's amazing. You don't have
Yeah.
to do that?
Yeah, there's not a story checkpoint there. Like you have to do, I think you have to maybe learn what the password is and then you just leave.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But no, here you can't do that.
No,
We
no,
have
it
to
does a
hold your
better job
hand
of
a little
story
bit.
Progress, exactly.
Stop!
Our friend, is that Watanabe that gets kidnapped here?
Yeah, Watanabe gets kidnapped.
Yeah,
Because of course it's
here's-
Watanabe.
It's Watanabe. I know somebody had mentioned we missed an Easter egg in Masuru's chapter, and I didn't know about that until literally today. I got the Easter egg to pop up earlier today. I thought that chapter just didn't have this thing, but in each chapter, now I know it's every chapter. There is a character named Watanabe. Who unfortunately is somehow there with his father, and something terrible happens to his father in every chapter. So in Monster Chapter, the Easter egg we missed was Watanabe's dad doesn't like the heel wrestler and throws something in the ring, and then the wrestler beats him up. In this chapter, it's Watanabe who's getting kidnapped, and we'll meet Watanabe's dad a little bit later. But first, it's our friend Batsumatsu Lawless chasing after the people who kidnapped our friend, and then us chasing after Batsumatsu Lawless, who's
But
it's a big Scooby-Doo chase sequence.
sorry. I like Batsumatsu, but part of me just wants to go like Bakumatsu. Lawless.
Lawless.
To be fair, that sounds like an actual series that would exist.
Yes.
If Bakumatsu Rock can exist, which that is a real series, feel free to go look that one up.
Over here!
So you see how I got that yellow flag down on my radar telling you where to go to look? You don't have that radar on the Super Famicom version,
Oh no.
and I'm sure there is a trick to it, but I have not learned a trick, so sometimes I'm just running all over the place here on that version of the speedrun, trying to get
Over here!
the next little bit of the chase here to play out. But on the Switch remaster, it's consistent every time, and you've got the flag to help you out, even if it is randomized somehow. You just always know where to go anyway.
I admit the one thing that's really nice about Akira is that he has these really good AoE attacks, which is good because his chapter has like large groups of enemies. Though, are we going to see some examples of the leader flag in use?
Yes.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
we will. We'll see at least one in a forced fight.
Big shot!
Let's see if we get them both. There we go. Got a little bit of damage on them both.
Come on! Who wants some more of this?
But yeah, Taro's great. We're not going to get to see a ton of Taro, just because we're not going to be doing a lot of grinding or anything. But Taro's voice lines are fantastic,
No,
especially at the end of fights.
Haru's just happy to be here.
Taro's just happy to be here and be alive and hanging out with us. And he's also got a giant bowling ball as a fist. So he punches pretty good too.
Like I would love.
Taro has the best faces too.
Yes. I know, like a lot of Live Alive was sort of the dev team being like, let's just do kind of what we want.
Yeah.
And so I do wish I kind of knew like who came up with the idea of Taro. Like there must have been some interesting meetings specifically about Taro.
there's one of our 90s RPGs progression checks. I know where to go. You know where to go. We all know where to go. But the main character in universe doesn't know where to go. So I have to go and read my sister's mind to know where to go. Even though I know where to go.
Yeah, it's always kind of annoying when you have to do like, actually, activate the checkpoint.
Nah.
But now we're at the research facility.
Yep, and now we're gonna run away. Haha.
Oh,
What's
no.
nice about both versions of this game is, unless it's a boss fight, you can run away with 100% accuracy. Is not the right word there, but 100% success rate. You can always just run away from a fight, and you also get fully healed between each fight, which is nice from a speedrun because I don't have to worry about, this fight went well. Do I need to heal? Do I need to burn resources to heal? But mainly I also bring it up here because in this chapter, or if Akira is your party leader, you don't run away from battle, you teleport. And if I'm out on the world map, there's a chance that my teleport will take me back to the orphanage, or to different locations, some of which can sometimes save me time, but usually not. Oh, there's 3 of you. I thought there were only 2. Okay.
I think the guards from the front door came down.
They might have come over, yeah.
Yeah, you aggroed them. Though as we are sort of infiltrating this research facility, but I didn't know that the chance to go back to the orphanage was only on the world map.
Yeah, thankfully it's not here because
Thank goodness.
You might take a different line through this section, or you might just eat a couple extra saves, just in case that does happen, because that'd be a pretty big time loss.
Oh, totes. But anyway, as we're infiltrating the research facility, mind if I give people just a quick... Oh, fabulous. Thank you. As a reminder, chat, this is Power Up with Pride 2023. We are raising money for the Trevor Project once again. Always happy to do so. I'm letting you know that we do have just a few... we're getting down towards the end, so we have just a few incentives outstanding. The big one being to add ice traps to Super Mario World, which is going to be a lot of fun. We still need about $500, a little bit more than that, about $514, to meet that incentive. So if you still have some funds left to donate, that's a great place to put them. But as always, donate responsibly. And if you want to support that incentive, you will also be supporting our bonus game incentive. Yes, if we reach $10,000 by the end of the marathon, we will have a bonus run of Sayonara Wild Hearts. It's going to be a task maximum score run. It's going to be a lot of fun. That game is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see how the task, absolutely destroys it. So those are some great places where you can put your money, have it go to not just this marathon, but also the great cause that is the Trevor Project. And hey, there's that leader flag I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. And there's literally a little yellow flag you can see on the UI, and if you take out the leader, then the others will disappear. You actually don't get the EXP from them, I'm pretty sure, although those might still be encounter based, and you don't get the drops, but you win the fight. And for speedrun, that's really what we're more interested in. Same thing here, except there's 4 party leaders, but I don't have to worry about the robots if I don't want to. They're gonna make life a little bit difficult for me, but I don't have to worry about taking their hit points. Oh, he might just resist that entirely, huh? I just wanted some chip damage. Yeah, he's just gonna resist that entirely. That's okay. Oh, but that robot moved away. Ow. Nice.
Oh, yay. Do we get Taro to do the victory?
We do.
Yes! It's so happy!
Done.
Yay! I will say we do have something else to be happy about.
Seriously?
Because the absolutely wonderfully generous Arborelia donated $100 to that Super Mario ice physics incentive. So thank you so much, Elia. That is, of course, very appreciated. With the comment, let's make sure Kylaria's Super Mario Rando Run is super cool. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Shit.
So I will double check my math, but I'm pretty sure that's 416 now is what that sits at for what we need. Yeah.
I wanted that throwing knife to hit. I gotta say, I wanted that throwing knife to hit.
Oh,
This sucks.
Which is also doubly unfortunate because that's the cleanest I've gotten that run in the hallway in ever. I've never gotten through so clean without at least getting tagged by one or the other fights in this hallway.
also, we did get to see how Live Alive's sort of knockout mechanic works, where if you reach 0 HP, you are then, incapacitated, and then if you take any damage after that, you are completely removed from the fight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the fire tile damage hit right after I got knocked down to 0.
Yeah, tile damage is another really fun mechanic, where tiles themselves can have different effects. Again, there's so many really interesting things happening with this game, and the fact that they happened on the SNES in the
Yeah.
mid 90s is, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about how many good things Live Alive was doing, and I understand why we didn't get it here in the US. I understand that because there were very limited resources in what games they could bring over. And, they made choices like Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger, which I can't
Right.
blame them for. But at the same time, though, I feel that, and Live Alive was definitely one of the absolute gems of the Super Famicom, and I'm so glad that we get to experience it now and really appreciate it. And I'll say this, even though I'm sure some people will consider this to be a hot take. But I will say that the main villain of this game, Odio, is probably the best Square Super Nintendo era antagonist.
Oh, that is going to be a hot take.
I don't care. Whatever. I stand by what I said.
I was literally touching the door.
No!
But that's okay. I'm sorry, we'll just teleport out of his fight too. I gotta flip party formation here a little bit. There we go. So this is a very, very high level boss. It's very high defense and literally max 9 hit point, max nines of hit points, 999 hit points. It also has a self-destruct button on its back. So if you hit it in the back and it counterattacks you, it's going to self-destruct.
There you go. This is chat pointing out the equally funny and sad
About time.
mini boss.
Yes, very sad. Because as I mentioned earlier, we missed the Watanabe Easter egg in the other chapter we played, but the spirit that was liquefied and put into this robot is Watanabe's dad, who remembers everything and asks us to look after Watanabe in his stead.
Look after my son. You're just like, no. Like I don't know, like some of the Watanabe things are like funny, but this one I feel is like
Yeah, this was
legitimately
just sad.
This one's probably the most tragic one.
But to get caught up on the story a little bit, we realize that the people behind all of the recent kidnappings is the army, and also they have a I don't know if we know they have a giant robot or not yet, but we know the only way we can really fight back against them is to get Bariki Dio going. I meant to hit Y here. There we go.
Saying hello.
Oh well, yeah, you can interact and do the whole was it the upgrades with Dr. Tobey, but we don't really
Yeah,
need
we
that
don't.
speed run.
We have not time for that, unfortunately. But we've learned in the story that Batsumatsu Lawless wants to try to control Riki Dio himself, but he's not psychic like we are. So he was just going to try to control the robot by being super awesome and a
Yes.
biker. That's basically the plan there. And when that doesn't work, he comes to the bar to commiserate about not being a super awesome biker enough to gain like latent psychic abilities.
Well, that's because they have like a drink at this game that makes you feel like you have psychic abilities.
Correct.
And so he just, I don't know, he does like one of those TikTok challenges and just drinks all of it. Do you think TikTok exists in this universe? I mean, it's set like now.
I'm sure they've got something like that.
They got something close enough to TikTok. Anyway, the house is on fire.
I'm coming.
Yeah, one of the loading screen tooltips does hint that there's something weird with the drinks, but that's what Matsu's going to use to try to power his psychic abilities. And yeah, somebody has set the orphanage on fire, which
Including
is
the toilet.
also super evil. Yeah, the toilet's on fire. And if you're wondering what I'm looking around for, it's one of those things where, again, I know where everything is, but you see that door that's on fire? That door is going to be on fire until I check every other room. But that's where I need to go, is behind that door. That's okay though.
We didn't get to play the Chocobo theme on the piano.
No, we didn't. I totally forgot about that.
It's okay. It's random anyway.
So now Matsu has returned from the bar. It says, I want to try again. I'm gonna be a super awesome biker enough now. The power of I think it's called Matango or Matango as well.
It's the power of believing in yourself.
Exactly.
He's gonna pull off, don't believe in you, believe in me and who believes in you, kind of.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. I know.
We're gonna do some Gurren Lagann
Can't
stuff.
hear the music here. But if I get far enough into that cutscene that I'm just gonna skip, you hear the nice, happy, romantic song called "Love Alive," and every time you hear that song, something terrible is about to happen. It's just awful. Something tragic is about to happen.
I think it's technically called Warm Alive.
Maybe it's Warm Alive that I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes.
Warm Alive.
Anyway,
whenever that song plays, something bad's about to happen.
But you know what's a good thing that just happened? We're in the robot.
We are in the robot now. Bro, it's going to deflect all this lightning back.
Yes, with the power.
I skipped over one of my favorite lines here, where one of the guards is like, "Oh, well, it's a good thing we prepared for this situation." I'm like, really? Who prepared you to fight a 150-foot tall giant mecha robot? Who prepares for that? Why is that on the to-do list?
And then we have the whole backstory about how Matsu has a lot of guilt over killing Akira's dad when he was an outlaw. And that's why he wanted to save everyone with the power of being super cool and manly biker.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, there are limits. But it's okay, because now Akira's going to go like Super Saiyan and have rainbows everywhere.
Exactly.
And-
Now we have power of trying to avenge our friends on our side. So now we have enough power to control Bariki Dio. I think something that's also really nice here, because it's a giant mecha robot anime story basically, and normally infrastructure ends up pretty bad in this situation. But look, this halogen layer goes perfectly horizontally where there are no buildings. It's
Yes.
it's very polite for a giant robot to not blow up all the buildings. Now when the planes crash, they're gonna probably hit something. But look, that's not our fault. We're doing the best we can.
Not our problem. I will say though, the one thing that I did really like about the Super Famicom version that I'm a little sad didn't get carried over was having Bariki Dio or the Steel Titans HP just be question marks.
Yeah, you can't see it on the screen, but it was on with just question mark over question mark.
Yeah.
It got really low, but you had to be trying so hard to do that.
Also, as we approach the final boss and we fight a whole bunch more fighter jets, do you mind if I read out a quick donation?
Go for it.
All right, we got 5288 from Lady Ariana, who says, Ice Traps sounds like a cool time. I'll throw in a few bucks. I hope everyone knows what to do and follow suit. The Trevor Project is a charity of choice for the Fantasy Star for Profound Distortion community. I got there eventually. We are happy to contribute to such a wonderful cause. Trans rights are human rights. Love you all. Heart. Thank you, Ari. So I will do another check on where we are for ice physics. We're at $638. So, oh gosh, having to do math.
638 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
$362, I think.
Yes, you're correct. Thank you. Also, we're getting closer to 9K. So I think by the time we hit that Super Mario incentive, we'll then only have a little bit more to get to Sayonara Wild Hearts. Which I am looking forward to. Y'all should be looking forward to.
That'd be so cool to see.
Oh, you definitely want to see it.
One more fight here.
I'm so glad we get to fight at least one of the airships.
Yeah.
And by fight, I mean, stomp on.
Yep. Boing, boing.
Just the power of giant metal robot boots.
Come on, Natsu. Let's do this.
One more should do it.
How about a metal boot to the head?
All right, now we're on to last little bit of cutscenes before I can't skip this. Final boss of the chapter. See, even the airship landed in the road and not on a building.
Everyone's so polite.
I know. Now we get our grand kaiju battle.
Yes,
Battle.
I love Inko or Odeo's design. love this design so much. Giant bird god. So wait, is this the god of jerk birds in all RPGs?
Yes.
Yes.
You lasted longer than I thought. Come on, Master. Let's do this. Such power will never fail in your life.
Aw, bird, you messing up our groove.
Fundamental boot to the head. What's taking so long? You'll have to do better than that. Make them suffer, Odeo.
I do love that the strat is just stomp on it.
Yeah.
Just stomp them. And we did
It
it.
was a little bit closer. Yeah, it's not quite time.
What's happening to him?
Because we're not quite at the credits yet. But we'll be skipping everything up to the end of the credits.
It's not the first Chocobo, to answer chat. The first Chocobo was Final Fantasy II, original Final Fantasy II on the Famicom. When they only still had like half the song.
And that would be time because now we're back at the save screen. That's the end
GG!
of the 2 chapters that everybody had donated to see. So those were the chapters that you all in chat and everybody under the donation list had picked. So thank you for picking those 2 because we got to finish with the cool kaiju battle.
Yes. Excellent.
It was
To
an
be fair,
excellent choice.
any of the choices that we would have made were very cool.
Yes.
All the chapters in this game each have their own like aesthetic and style to them. They're all like Live Alive is just so worth your time. It's
Yes.
like it's a great short RPG. Like, and you know, and I don't mean short like in a bad way. It does exactly what it needs to do. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, that's how I put it too.
It's very lean. There we go.
If you want, there is still you can still get the demo, I think, on Switch and on Steam. So if you want to try it out for yourself, because you know, watching it one thing's, playing is another. But you can try out the demo and you'll see chapters that we didn't cover in the run today.
Like
In
Cube.
the demo. Yeah, like Cube.
I love you, Cube.
So definitely check the game out for yourself. If the little snippet here has you at all intrigued, it's absolutely worth it. There's a demo you can try before you buy as well. And then also just, you know,
Where can we find you?
where can you find me?
Yes, you.
At SushiKishi on anywhere where you put an @ symbol before usernames. I'll be at SushiKishi on Twitch, Twitter, on YouTube as well. And please do try Live Alive because I know they say this a lot, but this is the one game I want to believe in it, where if you know, it sells pretty well, they may do another one in this series. Or they may also, they're not really related, but they're kind of related. It may also mean more things in like the Octopath Traveler series, which I also haven't played, but I've heard is also fantastic. So if you're at all interested in it, I do highly recommend it.
Yes.
It's got a little bit of something for everybody.
Yes, please play Live Alive is it's basically the message. Well, Sushi, thank you so much for sharing this game with us, letting the people see some absolutely amazing things. Speaking of amazing things, do you want to go out on one last donation that we got?
Absolutely.
Fabulous. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. I will give an amazing shout out to Jbrun TR, who donated $261.12, who says, "Come on, folks, do the thing. Let's hit that incentive." That all went to the ice traps in Super Mario World, bringing us up to $900 out of $1,000. So we only got $100 more to go, chat. Jbrun, a absolutely wonderful wonderful member of, I know, part of the free enterprise community, fabulous runner. So also feel free to give him some love too. But thank you so much for your kindness and generosity as always. And speaking of RPGs, we have Crimson Echoes, which you all unlocked for us to just give us even more RPG goodness. So I hope you all are really, really excited. Sorry, Chained Echoes. My apologies. But I hope you're all excited for Moonblaze Wolf and that run. So please stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back.